Time to go to the far side. The howling continues. There's no way I can sleep like this. I can't sleep, but that's just normal. Sleepy, so I'll pass. Pulling the sheets over me, I stretch out on the bed. I can just think of the howling as the sound of something mundane, like cars driving by on the street. Today's been a very long day. I'm mentally tired from eating dinner in this unfamiliar mansion and my conversations with Akiya and everyone else. After all that, the howling is just background noise. I close my eyes and gently fall asleep. Bye, Nero. See you never, probably. I have a nostalgic dream. The end of summer 8 years ago. After I was injured, was taken to the hospital where no one ever visited and met Sensei. Upon returning to the mansion, I heard from my old man that I would be taken in by a family I had never heard of. Everything happened so fast. Right after the day I left the hospital, I ended up going to the Arima household. There was not a single cloud in the blue sky that day. The start of autumn. I was led away from the Tono mansion. But a little before that, that girl had come to see me, sneaking past the eyes of the adults. When you are about to leave, please come to the tree in the rear courtyard. After being told that, I snuck out from under my old man's eye and out to the rear courtyard. The sky was blue. Below that deep blue sky that seemed to extend forever, she waited for me. As far as I knew, this was the first time she had left the mansion to come outside. Oh, here we go. I was wondering, so I was like, I wasn't sure what voice to do, but I see now. Hisui. Take this. Saying that, she undid the ribbon that bound her hair and handed it to me. Confirmed. There you go. Hisui's. Great. I guess it was her farewell gift to me, but as a child, I didn't even feel happy about it. After all, what kind of a 9-year-old boy would feel happy about receiving a ribbon? That ribbon is my favorite, so give it back to me later, okay? But those were the words that saved me. Give it back, she said. Come back is what I heard from those words. Just that was good enough for me. That last day with no one to even see me off. For her, who I had never even spoken to say that to me, it made me happy. But I could not say I'll definitely return it. As clever as I was at the time, I realized I would never be able to return to this mansion ever again. Let me get a little... because my posture's getting screwed up here. Those were the only words we exchanged. Something about her icy eyes was very sorrowful. It was time, so I began walking towards the doorway. The girl just stood there like a doll, watching me leave. A distant dream of what happened on one fine day, under the cloudless blue sky. Oh, Hisui. And it's so cool to see, like, her relevance now, like, on the day he left, like, that no one saw him off, but she was there giving him the ribbon to say, you know, return it to me, like, as if to say, come back. And I can't, oh man, I can't wait to see that with Kohaku as well, but I really can't wait to see the full extent of this with Hisui and everything, man. Let's fucking go. Day 2. Good morning. I hear an unfamiliar voice. The dream quickly fades away as a voice calls me back to reality. It is morning. Time to wake up, Shiki-sama. An unfamiliar voice greets me. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. I told you yesterday it sends chills down my back. I wake up. Hisui stands far from the bed like a statue. I sleepily look around. Good morning, Shiki-sama. A girl in a maid uniform bows. For a moment, I doubt my eyes. Finally, I recall my current condition. Yeah, I came home, right. I push myself up and look around the room. Outside the window, the weather is great. A blue sky like the one I saw in my dream. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. There's no need to thank me. It is my duty to come and wake you, Shiki-sama. Hisui answers indifferently, completely expressionless. Why do you have to be so formal, Hisui? It's really a shame. If Hisui only had half of Kohaku's brightness, she would be really cute. I'm sure she has a very good reason. Do you need something? Realizing I am looking at her, Hisui stares straight back at me. Also, some people are just, you know, calm. You're not very don't show a lot of expression. Like me, like honestly, like in real life interactions with me, I'm very much like, I'm super introverted and I don't speak a lot, and I guess people sometimes don't know what to make of that, so I totally get that. But when I open up, I'm a fucking dork, so. No, nothing at all. Waking up and seeing your face, I just feel like I'm really at the Tono Mansion. Hisui's eyes are like cold ice. Seeing that, all of a sudden, something reminiscent of a dream flashes through my mind. I see. I remember it completely. That day, that girl who gave me the ribbon right before I left was the one who always watched us from that window. That is, in other words, it was Hisui. Yes? Did you say something, Shiki-sama? Hisui, do you remember? About when I left here 8 years ago? Yes, I remember it. But was there anything special that happened? Anything special? Hisui? Please forgive me. 8 years has passed since you departed this mansion. So even if you speak of those times, I cannot answer with any specific details. Are you lying, Hisui? What? Does she not remember the promise we made back then? Hisui, you don't remember about the ribbon? Ribbon? She looks downcast as she admits with difficulty that she does not remember. Aw. I see. That's right, it was 8 years ago. Sorry, it's nothing. Just forget about what I said. I mean, it's fine. She doesn't have to remember. Though it makes me wonder if there's like a reason she doesn't remember beyond it just being 8 years ago. She doesn't remember the promise, but it isn't anything I can hold against her. Even though it was maybe just a childish promise, it really did help me to face forward into the future back then. Well, time to get up. Hisui, do you know what time it is? Yes, it is now past 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that leaves me just a little time then. Stretching my back, I get up out of bed. You say that, but you do not have much time. It takes about 30 minutes to go from the mansion to your school. You only have 20 minutes to eat breakfast and get ready. That's right, this isn't Arima's house. I'm filled with horror. I was so used to the Arima house being only 20 minutes away from school, but from here, I don't even know a shortcut. Your uniform is folded and awaits you over there. Please come to the sitting room after you have changed. Damn it, if you're going to wake me up earlier. Muttering selfishly to myself, I reach for the uniform. It's folded neatly and the shirt has even been ironed. Passing my wrist through the sleeves feels good. It's that fresh, brand new feeling, oh yeah. Akiya and Kawaku-san are relaxing in the sitting room. Akiya is wearing the uniform of the Asagami Ladies Academy, a famous school for young girls. They are drinking tea together gracefully as if breakfast ended a long time ago. Who do we even greet here? Both. Good morning, you two. Good morning, Shigi-san. Wearing a white apron that suits her, Kawaku-san replies with a smile that could not possibly be any larger. On the other hand, Akiya just casts a glance at me. Good morning. You certainly took your time this morning, Nissan. She certainly knows how to put a damper on things. Took my time. It's barely past 7. It only takes 30 minutes to get to school from here, so I'm actually up early. So you're saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not some starving dog, so if you're going to eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. Is 10 minutes fast? Like if you're just eating and not talking? I don't know. Maybe. I guess it depends how big the breakfast is. Anyway. Akiya's words really do have thorns. I will not skip. Akiya-sama? It's almost time to leave. Is this alright? I figure I shouldn't skip anymore at this point. We're already clearly getting into Hisui things, so I don't want to miss anything. Even though I guess it's the same. I know. Sheesh, don't be so worried over stuff like this on the first day. Muttering some complaints, Akiya stands up. Well, I must say goodbye. Nissan, you should apply yourself to your studies today. Akiya leaves the sitting room. Kawaku-san follows, seeing her off. Apply myself to my studies? She's quite ceremonious about trivial things in an old-fashioned kind of way. I guess it's because she's been disciplined under our old man for the last 8 years. Well, I'd have gone to school even if she hadn't said anything. I scratched my cheek. There was something about Akia's face as she left. Because of it, I paid no attention at all to her various admonishings this morning. Of course. I clapped my hands together. For some reason, Akia's face just then seemed to resemble her face from long ago. Oh. It hits different after playing her out. After eating the breakfast Koaku-san prepared, I exit into the lobby. Hisui was waiting there with my bag. Shiki-sama, have you enough time? Yeah, it should only be 20 minutes to school if I run. It's only 7:30, so I should be fine even if I take the long way. Seeming satisfied with this answer, Hisui bows her head in assent. Then allow me to see you out. Eh? I got a little Akiya in that voice there. Yeah, thank you. I still feel terribly awkward having my own servant. Oh, Shiki-san. Please wait just a moment. With pattering footsteps, Koaku-san runs down from the 2nd floor. Hisui steps back and falls silent as Koaku-san approaches. Huh? Weren't you with Akiya? Oh yes, give me my knife, please. Give me my Nanaya blade. Lady Akiya goes to school by car. Since I had something to give to you this morning, I stayed behind. Something to give me? Yes. This came from the Arima family yesterday. Koaku-san smiles. Eh? But I have all my luggage already. The things I used while I was at the Arima's house all belong to them, so all I've got are my own clothes. Really? But this was sent here nonetheless. Koaku-san hands me a thin wooden box, perhaps 20 centimeters long. It's not heavy at all. Koaku-san, I've never seen this before. Well, apparently it was left to you by your departed father. It was to be given to you in the will. Oh my god, yeah, by his departed father. Not Makihisa. Jeez. By my old man. I can't feel anything about that. What's the old man who expelled me from this mansion 8 years ago doing, leaving me things? Oh well. Koaku-san, please take it to my room for me. Koaku-san is staring intently at the wooden box. She seems almost like a child who wants a toy. Stare. No, she is a child. I get it. You want to know what's inside, right? Oh, not at all. I merely wondered for a moment. Like I said, you do wonder what's inside. Alright, let's open it. 1, 2, 3. With a dry sound, the wooden box opens. Inside, there is a 10-centimeter bar of thin iron. I guess what I did forget is that the Arimas apparently were holding it for us. But we know Makihisa wiped out the Naya family. So maybe, you know, we did hear before that it was kind of like a, huh, I guess, you know, he saved this for me. No, it's interesting he did that still. It's an iron bar. Undecorated and worn, it has finger marks all over it. The old man must have really hated me to leave me a piece of junk like this. No, Shiki-san. It's a fruit knife. Koaku-san takes the iron bar out of the box. See, isn't it one of those folding knives? 1, 2, 3. With the sound of sliding metal, a 10-centimeter blade pops out from the bar. I see, it certainly is a knife. It's old, but it seems pretty solid. The year and the era it was made in is written on the back. Koaku-san replaces the blade and hands over the knife. Certainly there is a number written on the grip. The character 7 and under it the character Knight. Ne-san, there is no era by that name. It just says Nanatsu Yoru. Nanatsu Yoru. Ah. I turn around in surprise. Oh, that was us. Hisui, who had been silent until now, was looking at the knife over my shoulders. You surprised me. Hisui, you should say something. You don't have to look over my shoulder like that, you know? If you want to see it, I'll show it to you. Hisui's cheeks become faintly red. But please excuse me. That knife was so beautiful that I could not help myself. Beautiful? You really think it's beautiful? It looks kind of beat up to me. Not at all. The tempering of the blade is masterful. I think it is a knife with its own proper history. It definitely seems to be, judging by that true end with Akiya. Really? It looks to me like a piece of junk. But since Hisui seems so convinced, I begin to feel the same thing. Yeah, that Hisui like recognizes that, and that Kohaku was like, ah yes, this pops out the blade, like that they're both just like into it. I begin to feel the same thing. In its own way, I guess it's not such a bad inheritance. 7 nights. Maybe that's the name of this fruit knife? Maybe, though I can't imagine him naming a knife like that. Whatever the case may be, it's obvious that it's an antique. Well, in any case, I believe in taking what's given to me. I replace the blade and put the knife in my trouser pocket. And that's gonna come clutch at some point in the route. Chiki-sama, have you enough time? I have to get going. Well, Kwaku-san, thanks for the delivery. Kwaku smiles and waves me off. It's such a cool scene that has more meaning after playing Akiya. I come out to the gates. Hisui follows in silence. Hisui, you're seeing me off? Hisui nods wordlessly. Chiki-sama, what time shall we expect your return? Seems Hisui will continue to use Sama to the bitter end. Well, if I take time to argue it now, I'll be late for school. I'll complain about the honorific later. Chiki-sama? Yeah. Probably around 4 o'clock, I think. I don't do any club activities. When I don't hang out with Arihiko, I usually get back pretty early in the evening. Hisui bows deeply at my random estimate. I understand. Please take care on the way. Not sure what to take care about, but she's probably just worried about my health. Yeah, thanks. You too, Hisui. I return the goodwill with good intentions. With an energetic wave of the hand at Hisui, I leave the gates of the mansion behind. I go down the hill. Since I've attended school from the Arima's house up until now, this is my first time taking this route. Not many from our school. Apparently, there are not many people from my school who live around here. 7:30 in the morning. I can't see anyone running along the streets in a school uniform except me. Slowly, I begin to see some people in school uniforms intermingled with the crowd. This is around where the road to school begins. Where's Yumizuka-san? Well, I'm not going to be that lucky. I recall the smiling face of the classmate who departed here yesterday saying, "My house is this way." As I think of Yumizuka Satsuki in the classroom, my pace quickens a little, and I hurry towards the classroom. Oh, Yumizuka. I leave the residential area and reach the crossroads. The gates will be closed in about 10 minutes. I start to run across the asphalt. I made it. It seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I'll need to leave around 7 if I want to go slowly since I ran several times on the way. When I get to the classroom, I notice the air is buzzing. Although the classroom in the morning is always noisy, there's something different about the noise today. I walk to my desk by the window. Arihiko is waiting there. Sullenly. Excuse me. Arihiko, did something happen? No, it's nothing big. There's a rumor that someone in class ran away from home. Ah, that's what all the fuss is about then. I sit down at my desk with a sigh. What do you mean, nothing big? Who ran away? Who? How should I know? But we'll know when homeroom starts. Whoever's seat is vacant, they must be the one who ran away from home. Ah, that's true. It's true, but Arihiko's attitude seems a little dry. If one of our classmates really has run away from home, I think it's a bit much to just ignore it as someone else's problem. Arihiko? Aren't you being insensitive? One of our classmates ran away from home. Aren't you worried? Eh? You're the only one who's seriously worried, dumbass. Everyone's talking about it because it's an interesting thing to talk about. It's not as if you or I had run away from home, so there's no need to worry, is there? Cold. Now I remember. This guy's cold like that to everyone except his friends. Though I guess I am a bit worried. Running away from home at a time like this, they'd have to be really brave or really... A time like this? What kind of time is that? I told you yesterday, Toto. There's a serial killer going around on the streets right now. I don't know who ran away from home, but they'd have no excuse if they got attacked by him while living on the streets. Can't be, there's no way that'd happen. Toto, you should watch TV more. There's been 8 victims already, and he doesn't discriminate. You'd better think again if you think you're safe. The town's empty at night. Oh, the town's empty at night nowadays. The only people who go out are drunkards and policemen, which is why it's so boring. Haruhiko's voice is very serious. Hearing it, I begin to feel uneasy. Oh, Kunifuji's here. It's homeroom at last. Haruhiko returns to his seat. After a while, everyone is seated. Only one seat is empty. There's no mistaking it. The desk of Yumizuka Satsuki is empty. Isn't it sad, Sachi? What was her voice?
Well, my house is this way. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow.
Yumizuka said that when we partied yesterday. I don't know what happened at home, but I can't see her making that smiling face before running away. Yumizuka is absent. Yumizuka Satsuki is merely treated as absent as attendance is taken. As if nothing is amiss, homeroom proceeds. Okay, so I don't want to fuck up the route, so I have day 2 pulled up on the website. Shout out to this website. Just because I don't want to waste time fucking shit up. So apparently I just need to sit silently here. Oh gosh. I guess we're not getting no Yumizuka Dead Apostle shit this route. I guess which answers my question from last video of like, I wonder if that's gonna happen and if that will play into Hisui, because before that was really pivotal to Shiki's choice regarding Akiya, like choosing to live and her, you know, dying there. It was such a impactful, profound scene for Shiki in that route. So I was like, is it gonna happen in a similar way again? And I guess not, because we're not even gonna ask about her, but I don't know. Maybe it'll still happen. But it's an interesting choice. I was about to ask, but I didn't think the teacher would tell me. If she did run away from home like Haruhiko said, it's her business. Besides, there isn't a teacher on the planet who'd answer a classmate who just casually asked, has Yumizuka-san run away from home? Yeah, it's not like it's been confirmed yet or anything. Maybe Yumizuka was just late. It would be a better idea to see how things go for a little while longer before asking the teacher. Oh, it hurts. Even after second period, Yumizuka still didn't show up. With no way to find out, my bad feeling about this grows, yeah. It's lunchtime. In spite of the morning's excitement, the classroom has returned to its everyday cheerfulness. It seems that no one in class is really taking Yumizuka Satsuki's running away from home seriously. Toto, let's get lunch. That's okay. I don't really feel like it. I guess it can't be helped. Don't be troubled with other people's problems too much. Other people's problems, huh? Haruhiko's words are too close to the truth.
Huh? You're not with Inui-kun today?
Ah, there's Sia. Senpai? What are you doing in our classroom?
Well, I thought I'd have lunch with you guys. Tono-kun, aren't you going to eat something?
Senpai sits down on the desk looking at me anxiously. Nah, I just don't seem to have any appetite today.
Ah, are you not feeling well?
Something like that. Don't worry about me, you go on to the dining hall. Haruhiko's probably already there.
Oh, you're not energetic at all. I don't know what happened, but if you don't eat lunch, you'll just feel even worse.
That's true, but since I'm not hungry, there's not a lot I can do. Let's see. Oh, no, okay, so I do that one. Alright, I really don't feel well. Sorry, I really don't feel too good right now. I'm going to the clinic, so please just have lunch with Haruhiko. Senpai sighs.
I don't know what is going on, but please do not push yourself, Tono-kun.
I'm going to the clinic, so I won't push myself. Forcing a smile, I leave the classroom. Interesting. When I get back, homeroom is ended. I'm the only one left in the classroom as everyone else has rushed off to club activities or to their houses. Well, there's really no need for me to stay here. Putting my things in my bag, I leave the classroom. It's past 4 o'clock. I told Hisui that I'd return around 4, so I don't have time to wander around. I suppose so. I suddenly stop as I walk up the hill. Yesterday at this same time. I remember how natural the parting was between Yumizuka and I. To be honest, I'm concerned about Yumizuka. But no matter how much I worry, there's nothing I can do. I told her I would help her as much as I could whenever she was in a pinch. But now, I don't even know how I can help. I don't know if you want to know, buddy. I reached the top of the hill, walk along the wall, and reached the front gate of the mansion, and that's that. Here we are, we're home. This western mansion does seem out of place. In the middle of a residential area and at the top of a hill, this imposing mansion really does give the impression that it is from a country other than Japan. Besides, to top it all off, hey.
Welcome back, Shiki-sama.
And standing there in front of the gate to welcome me is a maid. Hisui stands like a statue in front of the gate. Thanks, Hisui. Forgive me for asking, but have you been waiting for me here this whole time?
No, not the whole time. I have only waited for half an hour. Is there something wrong?
She speaks extremely matter-of-factly. Wait a minute, waiting for me like that is going overboard. I'm really happy that you waited to greet me, but you don't have to go that far. Wearing that and standing so conspicuously, I feel a little embarrassed. Plus, it is autumn. It'll get pretty cold out soon. Hisui is silent. She might be part foreigner, as her blue eyes are like finely crafted glass, staring at me lifelessly without emotion. I didn't think of that she and Kwaku might be from another country. A brief silence ensues.
I understand. Then, starting tomorrow, I will wait in the lobby.
Hisui gives a brief bow and opens the gate. After that, she resumes her immobile depiction of a statue. After I walk through the gate and enter the garden, she quietly follows behind me. When we reach the entrance, Hisui whooshes past me. Whoa! I instinctively jump back. What the fuck? She whooshed past us.
What is it, Shiki-sama?
No, nothing. It's nothing. She silently opens the front door. She must have moved ahead of me to do so. Waiting behind her master until her turn arises and quietly fulfilling her duty. Perhaps that is the duty of a maid, but it makes a normal person like me a little nervous to have her attending my every move. This isn't good at all. This just makes me feel like a perpetual guest in my own home. You can imagine how she feels under the surface. Like, she probably feels like a machine just because this was drilled into her, obviously. Like Shiki observed, like, it just must be so mechanical for her. Like, she probably doesn't even really, like, acknowledge how she feels. And, like, I'm sure that's just a dam waiting to break, right? Like, we'll have to see. Hisui?
Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama?
I said this yesterday already, but I'd like to do things that I can do by myself. No, please let me. This is sort of a secret, I suppose, but the truth is, I really am pretty lazy deep inside, so I tend to let things go. Yeah, I really want that to be a secret from Akiya.
I do not understand. Are you telling me to be more strict?
No, that's definitely not it. I just want to live as relaxed as possible.
I am deeply sorry. I do not appear to understand what you are saying, Shiki-sama.
That's why I'm saying you don't have to look so serious. This is troubling. Last night when I talked to her a little... about this, I had a premonition, but I didn't know she took things this seriously. Sheesh, what I'm saying is that you don't have to worry about me. I don't mind being helped with things like laundry and cooking, but other than that, I can take care of myself. Isn't it just you and Kwaku-san taking care of this enormous mansion? So I don't want to add to your duties, just relax. Her expression doesn't change. She doesn't answer or even give a nod. Just a quick closing of the eyes, I think.
I understand, but you do not have to worry about me, Shiki-sama.
Oh no, we do. Ugh, she doesn't understand at all. Hisui swiftly swishes to the side to make way for me. Swiftly swishes. I sigh. I am really taken aback. All this devotion really does make me happy, but I think it'll be good if she was just half as cheerful as Kwaku-san. She has such a beautiful atmosphere around her. Maybe if I just relaxed a little bit, that would be...
Shiki-sama, are you not going to return to your room?
No, I was just thinking about something. I turn to the side and face the stairs. Hisui looks rather longingly at the bag in my hand. I think she wants me to let her carry it. She already went through all this trouble just to greet me, and now she wants to carry my bag. I ignore her longing attitude as I quickly walk towards my room.
Please take off your school clothes and place them here. I have to clean the mansion, so if you need anything, please call for me.
Hisui, you clean the mansion? I wonder what Akiya and Kwaku-san are doing.
Akiya-sama is in the salon taking care of Makihisa-sama's business and inheritance matters. Nesan would most likely be sweeping in the courtyard.
Huh? My old man's business inheritance? Is she talking with a lawyer or something?
Yes. It seems that she is being informed about all of the administration policies, so she will be extremely busy until dinner time.
Well, the old man did suddenly pass away, so he probably didn't tell her anything about his company. Sorry for taking your time. I'll call you if anything happens, so you can return to what you were doing.
I understand. Well then, please excuse me.
Alright. I change out of my uniform and into some normal clothes. The clock says it's just past 5 o'clock. It'd be a waste if I just spaced out in my room, so now I should... Oh, snap. Alright, go see Hisui. I don't have to... Yeah, I didn't have to look at the guide to know that, but I had to double check. But yes, let's go see her. That's right. She's been taking care of me since yesterday, so if I have time to fool around, I have to go help Hisui. Well then. Hisui said she'd be cleaning the mansion, but where could she be? I go down to the lobby. She wasn't in the hallway on the second floor, so maybe she's in the sitting room. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. She's not anywhere on the first floor. The only place I haven't been are the locked recreation rooms, the guest rooms, and the salon where Akiya is right now. I guess she's on the second floor then. It is a big mansion, so there's probably a bunch of places I haven't looked. Yeah, maybe. Psyching myself up, I start up the stairs. I go up the stairs and glance down the hallway. And then, I see Hisui's silhouette standing by the window in the east hall of the mansion. You know, I never, pointed this out before, but this, CG of, the black void at the end of the hallway is a bit creepy. Excuse me, I have the yawns. Nice CG. My voice dies in my throat. In the middle of the hallway, in the twilight between light and shadow, Hisui stands motionless. I can't speak. Something about her seems dangerous. Hisui lingering in the gloom of this Western-style mansion. She seems so incredibly beautiful, but at the same time a chill runs through me, as if I were looking at a ghost. She doesn't even move a finger. She simply stares out the window. That window. Is that the same one she watched us from back then? Oh man. Hisui. I can't do anything but stare in fascination. I'm so dumbstruck I can't speak or even blink. I can only watch her. And then, her eyes, still like that of a doll, suddenly turn towards me.
Shiki-sama, is something wrong?
No, nothing. I just, Hisui tilts her head in curiosity. That seems to break the mysterious spell I was under. I was looking for you because I had some free time and thought I'd give you a hand. For some reason, I couldn't find you, but I made it.
I see. But Shiki-sama, there's no need for you to do that. Please return to your room.
I thought it would turn out like this. Hisui doesn't want me to do any work. But Hisui, I don't have anything else to do. I don't like just doing nothing, so I thought I ought to pitch in.
Shiki-sama, you may say that, but there is no longer any work that you might assist me with. The only thing that remains is to arrange Akiya's bedroom. No males are allowed to enter Akiya's bedroom. Not even you, Shiki-sama.
Well, that's definitely true, but it is a little cruel. She didn't have to emphasize that last part.
Please excuse me, I have to finish my duties.
Her footsteps echo in the air and she goes into Akiya's bedroom. Eesh, I can't just go into a girl's bedroom because I have free time. Oh well, I guess I'll go back to my room. I turn on my heels. Before doing so, I get curious about the window Hisui was staring out of. Huh? Isn't that Kwaku-san in the courtyard? You can see the whole courtyard from this window. Was Hisui looking out into the courtyard from this window just as she did when she was a child? Looking at Kwaku. This might tie into this thing where I feel like there's clearly like distance between them, between the sisters. And it might also be that maybe she compares herself to Kwaku in a way that makes her feel bad. It's after dinner and we drink tea in the sitting room. Akiya sits across from me and Hisui stands by the wall. There's no such thing as a TV in the room and Akiya doesn't say much. Everything seems so high class.
Shiki-san, can you come here for a moment?
Kwaku-san's cheerful voice calls from the lobby.
Nisan, Kwaku is calling you. Did you do anything to make her call for you?
No, I don't remember anything. I'll be right back. I leave Akiya and Hisui behind and go to the lobby. Kwaku-san is pacing back and forth by the entrance. Kwaku-san, what are you doing?
Ah, Shiki-san. Well, it's a little complicated. Can you please step outside with me? Here's not a good place.
Oh, okay. I don't understand what's going on, but I follow her anyway. You have something to tell me? Is it a secret or something?
Yes. If Akiya-sama were to hear it, she would get mad at you, Shiki-san.
Oh. Something Akiya would get mad over. What do you mean? I haven't done anything to make her mad.
Oh, it isn't anything you did. But you know, while you were eating with Akiya-sama, a guest came to see you.
Huh? A guest? For me?
Yes. She was walking around the front gate, so I called out to her. She was wearing the school uniform of your high school.
Oh my fucking god. Was it Yumizuka or Xiao? And then Kwaku-san began to describe the guest's appearance. Here we go. About my age, with a slightly childish face. A cute girl, her long hair tied in pigtails. Oh dear. Thump. I feel as if my world is enveloped in darkness. That description. Isn't it Yumizuka Satsuki who ran away from home?
She asked, is this Tono-san's mansion? And I answered, yes it is. Then she asked, is Tono-kun here now?
And then what, Kwaku-san?
Yes, well she seemed to want to talk to you, but she refused when I asked if she wanted to come in. She seemed okay that she would not get to meet you right now.
Kwaku-san wonders aloud what it was all about and she tilts her head. But I'm the one who wants to know. Why did Yumizuka-san come to my place? I don't know. Wait, can I already say this is really cool? This route is already like really cool. It's like, it's already shifted so much. And like Yumizuka already being a dead apostle, she's looking for Shiki like actively. Like that we didn't confront her, like that we're not actively looking for her. She's still, because we know how she feels about Shiki, like yeah, it makes sense she would still be doing it. Huh. I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. Kwaku-san, how long ago was this?
It was before the end of dinner, so about 10 minutes ago.
And which direction did she go? Are we gonna go? Oh my god.
She went down the hill towards the station, I think.
Can I make it? If I run, if I get lucky, I might make it. Got it. I'll be gone for a little bit, so please keep this a secret from Akiya.
I understand. If Akiya-sama found out, she would not leave you alone, Shiki-san.
Giving a quick bow to the smiling and cheerful Kohaku-san, I run down the road and into the night. I know I shouldn't be suspicious of Kohaku. Like, I know, like, at best, there's probably just something under the surface with her. But there's just something that unnerves me as she upholds her cheerful facade even when weird shit happens. Because I know it has to be a facade. But, or like a coping, like, the way she copes. I don't know, it's just like, freaky. But we'll get to that, I guess, when we get to her route. Anyway, looks like this is happening again. Dashing with all my strength, I run toward the station. I look for someone like Yumizuka in the crowd in front of the station. I'm out of breath. My legs are painfully aware of how fast I was running, and they stop. I knew it wouldn't be this easy to find her. Trying to control my breathing, I start to run again. I don't see Yumizuka Satsuki anywhere. It's only natural, but I can't seem to give up that easily. I don't think it is because I am so worried about her. It's just that I have this terrible premonition. That's why I am running like this. I'll be going. Bye-bye, Tono-kun. That was a goodbye just like any other. A truly happy, gentle smile. That was not the face of someone who'd run away from home. Tono-kun, help me when I'm in a pinch, okay? Yes, it really is that simple. I just don't want to betray that smile. Some things don't change. I pant with exertion. I don't see her in the park either. There wasn't a way to find her from the beginning. I should just give up and go back to the mansion. Damn it. Still, I try to look for her as I turn to go back through town. I come to the front of the station once more. It's already past 9 o'clock. It's probably because of all the recent serial killings that the area around the station is quite empty already. At that moment, Yumizuka. For an instant, I doubt my eyes. With the back of the figure in front of me, it resembles Yumizuka Satsuki too much. Yumizuka walks quickly into the midst of the crowd. I can't tell for sure. I may have been wrong, but I decided I should catch up to her and call out to her. Wait, Yumizuka-san. I shot while running. There's those red eyes. I can't help but notice we didn't see Ark this time. And I know that was like a passing thing in Akiya's route, but we didn't even like come across her this time. Is that later on or is that now? Because I know we encounter her we encounter Yumizuka a couple times, so maybe next time, but it seems like it didn't happen. And the Naya blood did not spike this time. Did she hear me? Yumizuka quickly turns around to face my direction. That face, there's no confusing it. The girl walking ahead of me is unmistakably Yumizuka Satsuki, and the expression on her face wasn't frightening. But I feel a chill run through my spine. Thump. My heart starts to pound quickly. The back of my head throbs heavily and my throat is burning. What is this? It's weird. The inside of my body is burning. I feel dizzy as if I'm in the grip of a terrible fever. In that moment, Yumizuka begins to walk again. This is crazy, because we know why he's feeling this way. Wait, Yumizuka-san. I call out, running. Yumizuka walks on unsteadily, not turning. Can't you hear me, Yumizuka? Also, it could just be that that he's worried, and he's like, oh shit, there she is. My heart's starting to pound. And like, I'm freaking out because I already had a bad feeling about it. Or it's like the blood spiking because like subconsciously he can tell that she's not human anymore. I urge my hot body onwards. Wait, but no matter how much I try, I cannot catch Yumizuka. No matter how fast I run, I cannot catch up to her, even as she walks. Something is strange. I know that, but I couldn't tell what it is. Right now, all I can do is follow Yumizuka Satsuki. And then, I lose sight of her. Yumizuka Satsuki, whom I had been chasing without success, is nowhere to be seen. Shit, what the hell is going on? I stop, catching my breath. My chest heaves deeply. Though I hadn't realized until now, I must have been running for a long time. What time is it? Resting my hands on my knees, I glance up at a nearby store window. It is already midnight. Can't be. I couldn't have been running for that long. It's hard to believe, but the clock is correct. Looking around, most all the lights in the shopping district are off. I should go back. Even though I'm worried about Yumizuka, I feel like I won't be able to find her anymore. I chased her for almost 3 hours, calling her name all this time, but she did not even respond. So I remember this. Maybe we're about to run into Ark, but maybe not. What was she thinking? With a big sigh, I decide to head back to the mansion. I will not skip. There's no one around. The shopping district still had some people, but the way back to the mansion should be completely empty. The words serial killer run through my mind. Midnight. Walking through town alone. I might be an easy prey for such an attacker. A sound. Somewhere behind a building there is a sound. Oh yes. Her meal. I think it is the sound of someone falling. The back alley. The noise came only once. An eerie silence surrounds me. I have a bad feeling about this. Did someone collapse in the back alley? Did the wind just knock something over? Whatever it was, I probably shouldn't get involved. But is it because I was looking for Yumizuka a while ago? I feel like she's there for some reason. What should I do? There's no one around. The only help I can rely on is this knife Kwaku-san handed me this morning. Alright, so yeah, I go and look. I can't ignore my feelings. With a killer skulking around town at night looking for victims, I shouldn't be investigating suspicious sounds in alleyways. But I still remember Yumizuka's smiling face from yesterday. There's no reason for Yumizuka to be there. But if she is, she might need my help. I'll never forgive myself if I just ignore this. Alright. Taking a deep breath, I steel my spirit. Besides, if it comes to it, I have my eyes too. Sensei said not to use them recklessly, but she'll find it acceptable if I use it against a killer. Your choice, bro, it's what she said. The sound, it came from here. Preparing myself, I step into the alley. Thump. My heart pounds. The back alley is quiet. The noise came from the open area at the far end. Thump. The back of my head hurts. As if convulsing under the utmost strain, my racked spine hurts as if it's about to rip itself out of my body. Thump. Why is it? I can't think yet my instincts shout at me. Thump. Don't go. Don't go any further. If you do, you won't be able to come back. Thump. But it's already too late. I step out of the back alley and onto the open space. Eh? That weak voice is all that I can get out. The back alley is a single sheet of crimson. In it, limbs are strewn amongst the garbage and rubble. Not the limbs of dogs or cats or the like. They are human limbs, blood dripping from fresh meat and bone. The ground and the walls are painted with red blood. A heavy scent fills my nostrils. Thick. Like a red fog permeating my body, the choking smell of blood. A face, a face, a face, a face on a severed head rolling around with an expression of agony. A face shriveled up like a mummy, split in halves. A face with both eyes gouged out, so distorted I can't even tell if it used to be a man or a woman. Unable to make a sound, I merely gaze speechless at the corpses. No, they can't even be called human bodies anymore. Even a badly made sculpture looks better than this. There are 4 bodies. They roll around like scraps of leftover food. I gape in shock at the sea of bodies. The back of my head throbs, my throat is parched, and my breath burns like fire. My fingertips quiver and my mouth distorts. What is this? What is this world before my eyes? Red. Yes, before my eyes, everything is that terrible color. But I merely stand. I think I may be going crazy. Thump. 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 While being faced with a totally bizarre alien landscape like this, my heart screams shrilly in anticipation. Corpse against the wall moves. No, that's wrong. It's not a corpse. It's not like the scrapped hands and feet. It's a living human being with limbs attached. Ah, I see something out of place. In this ghoulish spectacle, the response to seeing someone alive is more of astonishment than happiness. But if he's alive, I have to help him. Hello? In my rush of emotion, I step towards the living figure. Yeah. Pulling itself up from the sea, it raises its face toward me. A face like a dried out skull. I leap back reflexively. The skull moves faster than I do. With a voice like Hugh, he jumps on me. Hugh, a hideous voice right next to me. Looking down, there is a large hole in the skull's throat, preventing him from speaking right. Ah, the dried up face, the dried up arm reaching for me. In the throat of this bag of bones, vocal cords vibrate in accord with the ghastly voice. Desperately, I try to tear him off me, but he merely raises that ghastly voice and will not get off. With a creak, the skull's jaw opens. The mouth opens wide enough to rip off my shoulder with a single bite, and he approaches my face as if saying, I don't want to die, somebody save me. I can't even say stop. The guy made only of skin and bones tries to bite my head, and suddenly he collapses. The awesome power vanishes. The bag of bones in a person's form crumples to the ground and disappears. Softly like a bad dream, it turns to ash and blows away. What the hell is this? A pain runs through my shoulder. Ugh. My shoulders begin to turn red and swell where he has grasped me. The pain is real. So this must be real. A terrible nightmare. But it can't be a nightmare because it's not a dream.
Tono-kun, it'll be dangerous if you stay there.
I turn towards the voice behind me. At the mouth of the alley where I came from, I see Yumizuka Satsuki. Until she shows her hands, and it's yikes. Yumizuka-san.
Good evening. Fancy meeting you in a place like this, huh?
As if we had merely bumped into each other in the mall, Yumizuka greets me lightheartedly. Yumizuka-san, what about you? What are you doing out at a time like this?
Oh, just going for a walk. But what's Tono-kun doing? Killing so many people like this is bad, right?
Yumizuka says with a light smile. Killing so many people, eh? I look around me, and I remember the tragic scene I'm surrounded by. In a sea of blood, Tonoshiki stands aghast like a murderer. No, this wasn't me.
Oh, of course it was. Everyone's dead and Tono-kun's alive, so obviously Tono-kun must have killed them.
No way, it just attacked me. I point at the monster that attacked me moments ago. But nothing's there. Even the ashes of the bones have been blown away by the wind. I swallow my breath. Yumizuka is chuckling. This wasn't me. My head is paralyzed, I can only manage broken language. I understand. I can think clearly, but I can't put my thought into words. For example, why is Yumizuka at a place like this? For example, why is Yumizuka laughing in the face of this tragic scene? Yumizuka-san,
Yeah, I know. You just interrupted someone's meal. I'm sorry for sounding mean. I always act against my feelings, so I'm always acting like this to you.
Yumizuka is still laughing. It's so inappropriate for this scene, I feel a chill. Yumizuka doesn't move from the entrance of the alley. Her arms are positioned strangely as if she's hiding something behind her back. And, looking closer, there are spots of something red on her sleeve. Yumizuka, you...
What is it? Your face looks scary, Tono-kun.
She laughs again. No. Somehow this girl cannot be Yumizuka Satsuki. Yumizuka, why are you hiding your hands like that?
Have I been found out? I guess you're too observant to miss that, huh? I've always liked that about you, Shiki-kun.
After emphasizing my name, she brings her hands out. Both hands are dyed crimson. This fucked me up when I first saw it. I was like, it's awful. Not yet dry, the blood drips off them in red droplets. And proudly, Yumizuka Satsuki is smiling. Yumizuka, your hands.
Yeah, I killed those people.
What?
Oh, but it's okay. I didn't kill them because I hated them. I just needed their blood to live, so I had to kill them.
She says it as if it was normal. Of course, I can't understand it. All I do understand is my blood is pulsing wildly throughout my whole body. Thump. 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 Ha. 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 Like I've fallen in love at first sight with that bloody Yumizuka, I am excited. You really killed them, Yumizuka?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you it's a lie, right? Or do you think it's impossible for a girl like me to do such a thing?
Her voice laughs softly. I don't believe her. I don't believe her, but she is definitely not telling a lie. This tragic scene. It's all Yumizuka's doing. Why such a terrible thing?
It's not terrible. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. There's nothing wrong with killing others in order to live, is there, Shika?
No, I mean, yeah, it's still wrong. What? That's absurd. Killing is wrong.
No, it's not. But I did do one bad thing. Since today was my first time drinking blood, I let a little of my blood get back into them. Because of that, you got attacked, Shiki-kun. I'm sorry for getting you involved. But we're lucky it died without being able to finish changing.
What are you talking about, Yumizuka?
It's okay if you don't understand right now. I don't really understand myself yet, so I can't explain it very well. But I think after a few days I can become like Shiki-kun.
Like Shiki-kun, become a great... As she said so, her face distorts in pain. Rasps of agony echo from her throat. Yumizuka chokes up blood.
It hurts. I guess even if I'm hungry, I shouldn't just drink blood at random. If it's not good quality, beautiful blood, it won't agree with me.
She breaks out in a fit of coughing. She chokes out blood with every cough. Yumizuka's body convulses. I don't really understand. All I know is Yumizuka's in terrible pain. That's all I can clearly understand. Are you okay, Yumizuka? Without thinking, I run towards her to take her hand.
No, don't come any closer, Shiki-kun.
But Yumizuka's voice stops me.
You mustn't. I'm not entirely okay, Shiki-kun.
She speaks painfully, still vomiting red blood. Yumizuka, you... I don't understand. Why Yumizuka's in pain or why she's like this. What the hell is going on? You said you killed those people, but that's a lie, right, Yumizuka? If you're in that much pain, shouldn't you be in a hospital? I know. Even though I understand Yumizuka brought about this tragic scene, I shall lie to myself. Hey, Yumizuka, I'm coming over there, okay? I speak gently, and Yumizuka shakes her head in violent refusal. Why? If you're in pain, we have to get you to a hospital right away.
Shiki-kun, you're not getting it. You really never understand anything.
Idiot! Told you before I don't understand.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? But you're still here.
Yumizuka begins to pull away.
It hurts, Shiki-kun.
He breathes raggedly, coughing up red blood. I pity her so much, like she can't live without killing people because she's a vampire. But it's like, all I can do is pity her, man. It's just so fucked up. Damn you, Roashiki.
It hurts, it's cold, and I'm scared. I really want your help right now, Shiki-kun.
But it's too early. Saying that, Yumizuka straightens up again.
Wait for me, okay? I'll go become a great vampire, then I'll come back to see you again.
Wait up, Yumizuka. Yumizuka is gone. Even as I start to run, Yumizuka is long gone. Her speed is not that of a human's, but of a wild beast. Yumizuka, you... What happened to you, really? Gah! My shoulders throb in pain where he grabbed earlier. When I look back, the open space where all the limbs were scattered only left red blood. The faces, the organs, the hands and feet, they all turned to ash like the skull did before. Ah, thump. I feel sick as if I'm going to cough up blood. This can't be. Thump. This excitement is so intense I almost ejaculate. Whoa! Yep, there's that Nanaya thing. This. For a while, the crimson color of blood burns in my eyes. This can't be real. My world swims before me. My eyes see nothing but a distorted world. Yikes. Before I realize it, I'm back at the mansion. Just like a pet somehow finding its way home, I guess. I'm on the verge of collapsing from dizziness. I didn't think I would make it back this far. Gah. Vomit. Going to vomit. My heart is exploding. I can hardly breathe. I have to hurry and rest. Since I've collapsed so many times before from my anemia, I know I'm about to faint. If I just rest my body in bed, this nausea, my exploding heart, will all go back to normal. I could forget all about that, as if nothing happened, and wake up to a normal day. Shiki-san, you have returned? Ah, Koaku-san. Koaku-san emerges from the west hallway. That's right, Koaku-san's room is in the west hallway on the first floor. Welcome back, Shiki-san. Did you get to meet your friend? Yes, I met her. I remember as soon as I answer. The scattered limbs. Face. 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 The blood-stained alley. Yumizuka's laughing face in her bloody hands. Sorry. Going back to my room, so please go back as well, Koaku-san. I don't feel like talking with anyone right now. I leave Koaku-san behind and go up the stairs. I collapse on my bed. Sorry, I could not find my charger. My chest rises and falls as I take deep breaths. My mind feels faint. Dizziness overwhelms me. Even if it means passing out, I just want to go to sleep right now. So why can't I sleep? I'm so dizzy right now, but why don't I pass out like always? If I close my eyes, the vision of that scene in the alley shows up under my eyelids. My heart throbs violently. It isn't terror, rather, it's closer to sexual excitement. Yo! Why? I don't understand it at all. Is there this thin of a line between terror and lust? Eh? Who can it be at this hour? Shiki-sama, are you awake? That whisper is Hisui. Thump. Just imagining her form, my heart calms down a bit. When he's in this state, he's very dangerous. Yeah, I'm awake. Please come in. Please excuse me. What's this? Hisui enters carrying a tray and something that looks like medicine wrapped in paper. Hisui, what are you doing at this hour? Shiki-sama, you seem to have trouble sleeping, so I brought you some medicine. Eh? That's right. But how did you know, Hisui? I heard it from my sister. She told me that you were very tired, so I should give extra care. I see, it was Koaku-san. She must have seen how bad my face looked when we met in the lobby. And this medicine is? It is a sleep-inducing medicine. Your personal physician gave his approval that it could be used for you. Approval? At this hour? No, my sister asked your personal physician as soon as she found out you were coming here to live in this mansion. Wow, Koaku-san is pretty amazing. He's pretty thoughtful. Anyway, I'm very thankful right now. Taking the water from Hisui, I drink the medicine. I start to feel very sleepy after a while. Thanks, Hisui. I like that soft look in her eyes. Please give Koaku-san my thanks as well. As you wish. Well then, please rest well, Shiki-sama. I can hear Hisui's footsteps. It feels like all the power is draining from my body. Feels good. It's a strong-ass medicine. I guess some time passed there. I space out. As if I was passing out, I quickly fall asleep. Is this a dream? A red alley.
The same back alley that I was in before, where Yumizuka Satsuki is killing, luring appropriate passers-by into that back alley, mercilessly killing them from behind by twisting their necks like a damp cloth, then plunging her teeth into them. One person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. How dare she do those things without me? As if in a dream, indulging herself in drinking the blood, Yumizuka tears apart the 4 dead bodies and continues licking the blood. A crimson world, but I don't feel it is sick or detest it at all. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. A knife in my hand. My breathing is out of control. My heart is pounding like a piston, urging me to do something. If it were me, I'd do a much better job. I breathe hard. Is it because I'm holding back my impulse of wanting to do the same things Yumizuka Satsuki is doing? Going out of control. Because I don't want to see such a thing. Why are you hesitating? There's no hesitation. Why are you holding back? There's no holding back. There's no point resisting it. Someone's irritating voice. I want to do what I want to do. That voice, it is my own. Mizuka is crying. Is she crying because she's not good at killing? Or is it because she's in pain? I don't know. Worthless. Is it alright to think so? That woman is worthless. But am I the one who is worthless? Worthless ones should just be killed. Is it alright to kill the worthless? Kill. 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 Kill, 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 kill. Kill, 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 kill. Kill, 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 kill. Kill, 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 kill. Zoinks. Oh boy. Shiki-sama. There's a voice calling me. Please remain strong. I shall bring you something to drink. I sense the presence receding. Footsteps. It makes me realize that it is morning now. I open my eyes. There isn't anyone else in my room. I hear something ragged. What is that noise? Is it your own breath? Speaking, I realize that it was my own breathing. Huh? My body is drenched in sweat. A tiredness suffocates me as if I had just ran a long marathon. My head hurts. Because I saw that hideous dream. Yumizuka painted with blood and I staring at her in envy. A complete nightmare. There's something wrong. I managed to say this much, still breathing hard. Last night's dream still lingers in my head. It really was a horrific nightmare. I was just blanked out in my dream, as if I couldn't rouse myself from the nightmare if I tried. Shiki-sama. And then Hisui rushes into my room. Hisui? Did something happen? You didn't even knock. Are you awake, Shiki-sama? Yeah, I just got up. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. Yes. Good morning. Returning my greeting apologetically, Hisui approaches the bed. I've brought you something to drink. You do not appear well, so please drink it. Looking at it, it seems like she brought a drink on a silver tray like she did yesterday. I don't really feel bad or anything. I slept soundly and I feel refreshed. But Hisui stares at me. You seemed to be in a very poor state earlier. Shiki-sama, does the scar on your chest not hurt? No, not really. What, maybe because of that terrible dream. I was really having quite a nightmare. I feel dizzy just remembering it. Hisui looks intently at my face. I can already tell, god damn it, I can already tell this route, much like the Akiya route, is gonna have a bunch of stuff where I'm like, I'm still confused. We're treading that water very soon. I can already feel it. Hisui looks intently at my face. I see. Hisui, you woke me up. Yes, I am deeply sorry. What are you saying? Thanks, Hisui. You really helped me a lot.
The blush. I really do mean that from my heart. If she hadn't woken me, I might still be trapped inside that awful nightmare. I'll change and go to the dining room. Thanks for everything and for giving me this drink. Sorry about that.
No, you do not need to apologize. I will wait for you in the sitting room.
Excuse me. Hisui silently leaves the room. To be honest, I really am quite moved. I thought she was truly without emotions, but she may just be poor at expressing them. Yeah, there you go. That seems way more accurate. She was so distressed over me having a nightmare, it makes me smile imagining her in such a hurry. Yeah, she was worried. I was like, okay, I gotta put some emotion in her voice now. Maybe it isn't that hard to see Hisui smile. Well, time to get up. I throw off the sheets and get up. In that instant, she did smile a little bit there, didn't she? Pain explodes through my body. Gah! It's from a much deeper place, aching with my heartbeat. Ah! Clenching the sheets, I somehow weather the pain. Ah, it fades away. There's nothing lingering. Perhaps just a sudden fit? Chest wound. I bring my hand over my chest. There's a great scar there, and even though it has healed, at times it still hurts like it did just now. And Hisui intuitively knew that it was probably our chest wound that was hurting us. The doctor said the physical wound is healed, but that the mind must be replaying the pain over and over again. Usually the scar begins throbbing after I see a traffic accident or a dead body. The image of blood or death must make me recall the accident 8 years ago. And I have no doubt, yeah, that there is just psychological pain behind it. Because of last night, I guess. The red back alley, and the normal smiling face of Yumizuka. But there's still, like, other mysteries within the mysteries that have already been revealed. Like, how the hell did Akiya do that life force bond with Shiki? Like, she protected him. Like she helped, like, after Shiki took the hit from Roashiki, and she embraced him, it just happened. Like, why? Why was she able to do that? Ugh. My chest hurts. The image of Yumizuka doesn't leave my mind. But I don't know what I should do, what I can do. I can only live my everyday life. Shit. Swearing at myself, I roll out of bed. After changing out of my pajamas and into my school uniform, I head to the sitting room. Also, I guess this makes sense. If Akiya dies, does Shiki just straight up die, or does he just get super weak to the point where he starts dying? Because if she's like sustaining his life, like, we know him dying takes the weight off of her, but her dying, like, she's holding that weight constantly. You're changing out of my pajamas and into my school uniform. I head to the sitting room. Akiya and Hisui are in the sitting room. Baku-san is probably in the kitchen cooking my breakfast.
Good morning, Nissan.
Sitting on the sofa, Akiya greets me and looks at my expression. Good morning, Akiya. Returning her greeting, I head to the dining room. There really isn't that much time for me to stay and chat with Akiya, and I really don't feel like talking to anyone at all.
Nissan, I would like to speak with you a little. Is that alright?
That's fine, but please make it short since I don't have much time. I sit on the sofa across from her.
And I will get straight to the point. Nissan, where did you go last night?
Akiya looks directly at me as she asks. Baku-san probably did keep it a secret, but I guess it wasn't possible to hide being gone for 2 hours. Nothing, just went for a walk in town. I'm sorry for getting back late, but it's no big deal. I was about to say, but it isn't no big deal. Since I don't want to lie to Akiya, I answer as evasively as possible.
Just walking the streets is something. You are still a minor, so please do not wander out late at night. Even if you weren't, there have been a lot of disturbances going on.
Disturbances, the killer skulking around town at night. Why? Why didn't I realize it? The killer that murders people and drinks their blood. That phrase perfectly matches Yumizuka's behavior yesterday.
I shouldn't have to say this, but you shouldn't strain your body.
Yeah, man, that was... Hold up.
If you're in trouble, please tell me. I may not be able to do much, but if you could.
I don't want to think about it, but Yumizuka could be the killer terrorizing the town.
Nissan, are you listening to me?
But yeah, it was Roashiki, and then Roashiki's dead doing shit, and then Yumizuka's just adding to the body count. Yeah, I'm listening. I hear Akiya's voice, but the only thing in my mind is the image of Yumizuka from yesterday. Akiya glares at me. So, you can't talk about your situation, Nissan? Yeah, it has nothing to do with you, Akiya. Right now I can only think of Yumizuka. I want to be alone, so I said that. Going to keep going your own way, is that what you're saying, Nissan? I understand. Well, please feel free. If that's what you want, Nissan, I'll do the same. Akiya stands and walks out to the lobby. Shiki-sama, is this acceptable? Acceptable? Is what acceptable? I believe Akiya-sama is deeply concerned about you, Shiki-sama. But I think it is difficult for her since she does not often talk about her feelings. I guess you would know, Hisui. I know. But right now my head's full and I can't... I do feel sorry. Hisui falls silent. Shiki-san, breakfast. Baku-san's voice can be heard from the dining room. I stand up and head towards it. You know, Koaku-san, much like Hisui, seems like she's just kind of like going through the motions of what she's supposed to do, and she also doesn't... We don't really know how Koaku feels about anything. Like sometimes she'll scold Shiki, and Hisui will too, but we don't really know what they're thinking or what they've got going on, so I can't wait. I can't wait. Shiki-sama, around what time will you be returning today? Since today's Saturday, no. It'll probably be in the evening. There's something I want to look for. Right, alright, so we're straight up doing the whole Yumizuka thing again, which makes sense. Okay. Given at this point. I understand. Please take care until then. She bows deeply. After Hisui sees me off, I leave the mansion. There was no point coming to school. Yumizuka Satsuki was treated as an absentee and no one seemed to be the slightest bit concerned about her. Which is weird. Time passed without my realizing it. Perhaps Arihiko or Ciel-senpai came by sometime, but I don't really remember. Noon comes and school ends. I have no idea. But I still have to look for Yumizuka. The sun sets. Even after running everywhere in town, there's no sign of Yumizuka Satsuki anywhere. Gah. I bite my lip angrily. But it's not anger over not finding her. 2 days ago, I'm mad at myself for promising such a thing in the first place. Help me when I'm in a pinch, okay? Yumizuka said that and I answered lightheartedly. I would help as much as I could. Such an irresponsible answer. There's really nothing I can do. She said it hurt. Can't even find Yumizuka, painfully suffering in the cold darkness. The sun is setting. I don't want to admit it, but maybe I can only find Yumizuka after nightfall. I told Hisui I'd be back in the evening. Perhaps it's too early. I'll go back to the mansion and calmly think this through. Welcome home, Shiki-sama. Hisui was waiting in the lobby. I'm back. Hisui, where's Akiya? Akiya-sama has not returned yet. Since she shall be late, we are to have supper first. I see. I'll be resting in my room until dinner, so I'll head to the dining room when it's time. Yes. Please rest until I call you. I turn my back to the bowing Hisui and walk towards my room. After supper, I sit down on my bed. The clock's hands show 9 o'clock. Since leaving the mansion after 8 is forbidden, I cannot go outside any longer. But that's merely a rule. If I feel like it, I can easily go outside. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow, Tono-kun. What am I thinking? It's just foolish. I just can't comprehend what's happening to Yumizuka. I do realize she is the vampire serial killer causing all these incidents in town, but still, I cannot forget her last words she said in the sunset on our way home. Before I realize it, it's almost midnight. Lost in thinking about what I should do, I've passed some of the night wide awake.
Shiki-sama, are you awake?
Hisui's voice. Why is she up this late at night? I'm up, but why, Hisui?
Yes, I was unsure, but if you were awake, I thought I should tell you.
Tell me what?
Just a while ago, a call came for you, Shiki-sama. The message was that I'll be waiting in the park.
Phone call? This late at night?
Yes, the call ended before I could ask for a name, so I was unsure if I should tell you, Shiki-sama.
Oh my goodness. I like how this is playing out. Like, it's like a bit of it's the same, but this is like the subtleties of like including this as like part of the search. No, this doesn't require any thought. That phone call had to have been from Yumizuka. At least I'm mostly like 90-something% sure this wasn't an Akiya route, which makes sense. It's Hisui route. And like the choices we made this time were different, leading to like her coming to the mansion, Kohaku leaving the message. So yeah, thanks. But it's a little late, so I'll wait until tomorrow. She's one of my classmates, so I'll see her tomorrow. Oh.
That is not true. There is something wrong with smiling like that with such a strained face.
Stupid, I'm not lying at all. Fine, I won't go out this late at night. Akiya would get mad and you would get in trouble, so there's no reason for me to do that. Hisui descends into silence. Conversation between us dies.
Shiki-sama, please do not push yourself too hard.
No, I'm not pushing anything. I'll go to sleep, so please go back to your room. Hisui just looks at me. Well, good night. Not being able to endure her stare, I slam the door. Slam? Jesus, it's Shiki. Sheesh. I can't hide anything from Hisui. No, you won't be able to. I take my knife out of the drawer. Not this time. I don't intend to necessarily use it, but I just feel better with it by my side. The park? Why would she call me out at this hour? Muttering, I think back to those foolish tales. Vampires can only move about during nighttime. So supposing that's true, then Yumizuka didn't call me out at this hour. It's more like if it wasn't this hour, then she couldn't call me at all. Sorry, Hisui. Even I think I'm stupid. You told me not to strain myself, but I can't just sleep like this. Apologizing to the empty room, I quietly leave the mansion. Yeah, he was told, so he has to go. Crazy how that worked out this time. I rest my body, burning from all the running. It's almost midnight. The park located off of the main road. Because of the serial killings these past several days, there's not a soul to be seen around here. Thump. My heart beats loudly. My throat dries up from the tension. If the phone call that Hisui received was from Yumizuka, then she has to be waiting there for me. The park is empty at night. There isn't a sound under the moonlight. I don't know why, but a chill runs through me. Psst. The back of my head numbs. A horrible chill as if my body freezes to my fingertips. Me. I try to catch my breath. In contrast to my cold body, my throat is scorching. It's dry with thirst. You and me both. I put my hand in my pocket. I just wanted a blade in my hand. Why? Just a faint headache. A low temperature. My mind is cool like ice. Something is strange. This park, it feels like something bad is around here. So what am I afraid of? I shake the headache off and walk deeper in. There's no one around. Excuse me. A terribly dark and lonely place to meet someone. There, someone is crouched, breathing raggedly, her face pale white as she scratches her throat in pain. Without a doubt, it is Yumizuka Satsuki. Yo, so straight up, I'm pretty sure it would have happened by now. We did not see Arc. And our Nanaya, trigger didn't happen when we saw her. Interesting. Her face pale white as she scratches her throat in pain. Without a doubt, it is Yumizuka Satsuki. Yumizuka? Her figure is tormented. Now that could be just because of the specific choices I made this time, and I'm not entirely sure if they're route relevant. I think some choices in this guide are to explore things that maybe you wouldn't do in the previous route, because I did use a guide for the previous route to start it, so could be that, but or it might be an actual route difference. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the relevance is. If it is, maybe just less prone to the blood. I don't know. Her figure is tormented. Without the thought for what happened last night, I run towards her. Wait. Yumizuka stops me with just a word.
Wait, Shiki-kun. I'm glad you came, but I don't want you any nearer right now. Please don't come any closer.
Her breathing looks painful. Her body convulses as she speaks, as if she's about to collapse any second now. Don't be stupid. I'm not going to leave someone looking as painful as you alone.
No, I'm okay. You came, so I'm fine now.
Forcing herself up, Yumizuka smiles at me. What's going on, Yumizuka? Why haven't you been home? What was that about yesterday? Why that?
That what?
That, you know what I'm talking about.
If you mean yesterday, well, you saw what happened. I told you, I killed those people, didn't I?
She answers frankly. It's almost as if she's laughing at my feelings of denial. Then the recent killings in town were all you're doing, Yumizuka?
I don't like to say it, but that's the way it is, yeah.
What the hell do you mean that's the way it is?
It's just the way it is. I killed those people, and I'll keep on doing the same thing. I can't just lie about it, can I?
Yumizuka, you...
Please, stop calling me that. I'm calling you Shiki-kun, so it's only fair for you to call me by my first name too.
What? I take a deep breath. Yumizuka is still like before. Even though she acts like she used to, she says some pretty scary things.
When I think about it, I look foolish. I could never talk to you like this for all the years I watched you from afar.
Yumizuka?
I was always watching you, Shiki-kun. Even before I was saved in that warehouse, I was always watching you. I'm really a coward. I always just agreed with the people around me and smiled when it seemed right. Before I knew it, everyone was treating me like an idol. So school wasn't fun for me. But that changed after you talked to me in the second year of junior high, Shiki-kun. Nah, it's not something you'd remember. How can I put it? You were always natural, never showing off. Probably you didn't even think about what you said back then.
What can I say? Just as Yumizuka says, I remember nothing. I don't know what I said to her, or even if I had talked to her back then.
It's okay. Don't make a face like that. You were only hanging out with Inui-kun, so it was normal for you to ignore other classmates. But that was okay. I was happy just being in the same class as you, Shiki-kun. It was my goal to talk to you and let you call me Yumizuka-san. Now that I think about it, it was too small of a wish.
She recalls nostalgically. Those ancient days, like she is remembering something that happened a long time ago.
I was always watching you. I knew you'd never notice me, but I watched you anyway.
Well, to be honest, I'm happy, but...
Do you like me, Shiki-kun?
Oh, this question again. How can I answer her right now? Alright, so I did look, but I just put my phone away now. Like, I don't think there's a need to look at the guide anymore. This is pretty much the time that I stopped looking for the Akiya route. I just wanted to make sure I was locked in for it. Given the way things have played out so far, I assume I'm well on my way, like, if not already locked in, so... I think it's fine. Because from looking at it now, it said to pick I hate her. But from curiosity, I looked back at the Akiya guide, because I didn't look at the Akiya guide, like... I stopped looking at it before this choice. And apparently back then it wanted me to pick I like her. Because I think the guide itself kind of like, choices that are non-consequential to the route, like it picks it in a way that you get to experience them as you go through each route. Like it assumes you're following the guide through multiple routes. So I'm gonna do the reverse. I'm gonna say I like her this time. And hopefully if choices from this on are pretty clear in favor of Hisui, or obvious that it's her route. So let's take the plunge. I like her. To be honest, I don't know, but I can't just leave you alone. Yes, since I talked to Yumizuka 2 days ago, she has never left my mind. That must mean, unlike your case, I don't feel like I've known you for years, but even though I knew it was dangerous, I still came here. I think I do like you. Yumizuka looks at me, aghast. I stare back at her. No. She shakes her head. She seems about to burst into tears. I don't want that, Yumizuka-san. Because that just makes me look stupid. Oh, I might have fucked up. Still aghast, Yumizuka looks down as she murmurs. Ah! Yumizuka's body trembles. Breathing painfully, she falls to her knees. A choking sound. Squatting on the ground, Yumizuka coughs heavily and she spits out a lump of blood. Yumizuka! This time I do rush near her. Yumizuka, are you okay? Yumizuka! I put my hand on her heaving shoulder. Ah! I feel a chill. Even through her clothes, I can feel the coldness of her body. Stupid, you're freezing. What are you doing out in the open on a night like this? Shiki-kun. Her voice is hollow as she says my name. Yumizuka collapses against me. As she pants, her warm breath brushes my skin. Yumizuka. It's okay if you don't like me, Shiki-kun. Because I really didn't understand you at all until now, either. Yumizuka speaks as she coughs. It's alright, don't talk. I'll take you to a hospital. But I do understand now who you are and what you want to do. I really understand now. Because... Eh? Yumizuka's arm tenses. With amazing strength, she digs into my shoulder. Because I became like you, Shiki-kun. Saying that, Yumizuka sinks her teeth into my neck. Oh, this thing again. Ah, fading. My consciousness is fading. Yumizuka's fangs dig into my neck. I'm being drained. As if all the life in my body is liquefied and sucked out. Without strength, there are no thoughts. So my consciousness is not fading. It is simply being destroyed. Ah, there are no thoughts. I know I'll die if I stay like this, but I can't even... kill this woman. All the same, from somewhere beyond my mind, my blood begins to boil. Yeah, Yumizuka. Both my arms push her back out of pure reflex. She falls right on her behind. I stand up, but I can't. I'm so exhausted I can barely even lift an arm. Yumizuka sits as if in a drunken stupor. Ah, I can't see her face clearly. Everything dims as my consciousness fades. I can't control my body either. All that exists is the pain in my neck. Blood gurgles forth. Yumizuka's teeth marks remain in my neck. And through those two deep holes, something black is being poured into my body. Ah, a pain as if my spine is about to be ripped out. Ah, in pain I claw at the ground. But there is no relief. I cannot move since Yumizuka has drained everything out of me and the pain pours into me like a black snake. I cannot move, so the black thing crawls and twists as it pleases inside me. I clutch at the ground. With glazed eyes, Yumizuka looks at me. Yumizuka, what have you... It's okay. It only hurts at first. First it hurts, but then when the blood mixes, it should die down. Don't worry, I won't kill you. I poured my blood in properly so you won't collapse and crumble away like those failures last night. You will only look at me from now on. Yumizuka whispers joyfully. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I'm saying that I'm making both of us the same, Shiki-kun. Sucking people's blood instead of eating normal food. Food, nocturnal, unable to walk under the sun. You're going to be a different creature. What is that? Ridiculous, that's just like... Yeah, like a vampire. I didn't really understand how I became this way either. 2 nights ago I went out to check the rumor that you were walking around in the shopping district every night. And then when I came to, I was lying down in that back alley. This part still fucks me up. The rumor that he was the one walking in the shopping district every night. First of all, who started that rumor? Who apparently saw it? Like, I understand seeing Roashiki and being like, oh, who is that young guy doing that? But why would you think it's like this Shiki? Like, who started that fucking rumor?
Back then I thought it was just cold, dark, and painful. But it's strange, after a while, after my body has changed completely, I understood a lot of things. My body hurts because it's being destroyed very fast, and the sunlight acts like a catalyst for that. And if I want to stop the destruction, I need the genetic information of the same type of living organism as myself. Yeah, I didn't understand the logic that well, but it was plain enough what I had to do. I was cold and it was lonely by myself. I didn't want to disappear, so I just grabbed a random person and sucked his blood. And you know what? It was really delicious. The pain went away and I thought I could do anything. But it was so nice that before I realized it, it was all gone. The man was all shriveled up like a mummy and I felt really bad. I thought to myself that I was turning into a monster, both in mind and body. But I had to do it in order to live. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. I suck blood the same way you people eat animals. So I decided not to think about it too deeply.
What is this? Is it okay to kill other people in order to live?
It seems I've become a proper vampire. Tonight's meal was quite fun. Until now I've been sucking blood since I was cold and in pain. But now that I'm getting the hang of sucking blood, it's becoming more interesting. You understand, don't you, Shiki-kun? You are a much better killer than I am.
What are you talking about, Yumizuka?
Didn't I say it before? I was always watching you, so I know your gentle side and your scary side. I never talked to you because I didn't understand your scary side. But I understand now. You're the same as me. Hey, Shiki-kun. Even you were thinking you wanted to kill someone without love or hate having anything to do with it.
Don't be ridiculous. And this is so, like, bizarre how she was able to, like, read that under the surface about Shiki even back then. Like, what? That's wild. I've never even once thought that.
I'm not being ridiculous. I never understood the fragile air about you, but now my body has changed, and I can understand. Shiki-kun, just you being there is flirting with death. That's the kind of person you are. Like me, someone who has to kill people. Your need to kill others is the same as the need to breathe, right? You know, I was really happy yesterday. It was the first time I was happy after becoming this way. Because I finally understood you, Shiki-kun. I never really knew you before. Shiki-kun, you're the same, right? You see someone and for no reason your heart throbs and your throat goes dry. Seeing red blood, you enter a stupor like you were drunk from alcohol, right? Stealing the life of others, extinguishing the life of others. Isn't it so exciting? So fun.
'Cause, yeah, that's the thing too, like, yesterday, like the night before, he saw the blood and he got really excited. Like, not just seeing the dead or Yumizuka, because that's what we know gets him all fucking hyped up, like, naturally, is Nanaya blood, seeing things that aren't human. But the blood itself excites him. Okay. So, that's a lie, that feeling. I've never... that was something only in a dream, though. But I can't say I never had it. See? A pure homicidal impulse without the influence of emotion. Your fragile side, which I always wanted to understand. I forgot to say one more thing. A vampire is someone whose blood has been sucked by a vampire, right? That's true, you know. To be precise, the person whose blood has just been sucked dies. Vampires pour their own blood into their victim as they drink to turn them into their own. So what's in you right now is my blood. Standing up, Yumizuka speaks with satisfaction. I see. This is Yumizuka-san's blood then. The black thing that still defiles my body. It's not even a mouthful, but it still causes unbelievable pain, enough to drive me to madness. If that's the case, this blood, this foreign pollutant swimming in my body, I can't see it, but with my eyes that would burst. Because of my crawling on the ground, my glasses have fallen off. The lines, I can see the point of that foreign substance. Then kill. I stab the point with my knife. Yo! I thrust the knife into my body, but it doesn't cut any of my flesh. What is killed is not me, but this foreign object. Yo!
Now it's been long enough. Stand up, Shiki-kun.
I hear Yumizuka's command. The pain fades. I can control my arms and legs again, and I can finally stand up. Yo!
Good. From now on, we'll always be together, Shiki-kun. Now come here. Come by my side, hold my hand, and make me feel better.
She holds out her hand. Thump. My heart pounds and my legs begin to move. But they don't move forward. They move backward.
Shiki-kun?
Kill. Yumizuka's bewildered voice. Thump. My heart begins to scream. My throat becomes dry. Every nerve in my body recognizes the person in front of me as an enemy. Yo! Kill. This feeling. It's as if my thoughts belong to a completely different person. I can't resist the impulse flowing out within me. No, this is not happening, dude. My mind is growing hazy.
Why? Hey, why aren't you doing what I tell you to?
Kill. Thump, thump. My heart beats loudly, as if repeatedly ordering me to kill, to kill.
Shiki-kun, you...
No, Yumizuka. She looks at me as I breathe painfully.
Why? Why didn't my blood work?
I killed your blood. That's so cool. So I will not become your partner.
What?
Yeah, you're calling Shiki like I'm like you. We're both monsters. You don't even know, girl. The eyes staring at me are filled with surprise. Kill. Please disappear, Yumizuka. I don't understand why, but if you remain here, I... Kill. I... Kill. I don't want to kill anyone. My mind is inverting. Oh, that's the magic word. Yumizuka's eyes burned black, like a needle, the sharp intent to kill. Tonoshiki's body separates itself from the mind and will of Tonoshiki. I lick my lips as I pick up my knife. Oh, shit, dude. This is how it's ending?
Oh, you're serious now, Shiki-kun.
I can't speak. Nothing. The thought of responding doesn't even occur. My field of vision shrinks to nothing.
Liar, you said you'd help me.
I don't know anything about that. Fine.
If you won't cooperate, I'll kill you first. There will be plenty of time to give you my blood after that.
Well said for a miserable failure. I can only hear the voice. There are no thoughts. My body kills the body of Yumizuka in return, who is trying to kill my body. Oh my god, that's how it happens in this route. Yo, we just straight up kill her. He kills the blood inside him and then her. A sensation of spurting. My right arm holding my knife is heavy and my left arm is burning. The burning on my left arm is from the flowing blood. Yumizuka's nails tore through my clothes and made the blood flow. Maybe thanks to the bleeding, my burning blood cools down. My ferociously pounding heart starts to calm. But I start to realize I pierced Yumizuka's heart with my knife, and I'm now holding her as if I am embracing her. Yikes! Whoa. This is a continuation of my nightmare. Without knowing it, I killed Yumizuka Satsuki. Why? Yumizuka's body up against mine is frigid. There was never any warmth to begin with. Her body is like pure ice and isn't doing anything but embracing mine. Yumizuka. My fingers holding the knife shake uncontrollably. Shallow breathing fills the air. Mine in hers. What have I done? I didn't want to kill her. I didn't even have a single thought of hurting her, so why?
Shiki-kun.
I hear Yumizuka's voice right next to my ear. She's probably going to voice her grudge. She asked me to help her, but all I did in response was to kill her without even thinking.
I'm so happy.
But Yumizuka, with a gentleness like she were having a dream, said those words. Why? Because this was the first time you ever seriously looked at me. That's why I'm so happy. That makes me your first time, Shiki-kun. Thump. So sorry. They say oh, this is her. I'm so sorry. They say only death can cure a fool. But in my case, it seems even death couldn't cure me. Thump. Yumizuka? That's like all Shiki can say. He's just so, like, bewildered by everything going on. Thump. There's no reply. With a dry sound, her body crumbles to ashes as if it was never there to begin with. Yikes! That's way worse than in the Akiya route. That's way worse. Yo, we just went into an Anaya rage and just blah blah. What happened? That's right. I could not understand. That's fine. I breathe harder. Knife still in hand, the contents of my stomach rise to my throat. How come? There is regret over killing her. There's also guilt. But above all else, I can't rid myself of this feeling. What a shock. If you call this pain pleasure, then this has to be the greatest pleasure in the world. That's what I think as I feel this blood pulsing throughout my body. That's the kind of person you are. Like me, someone who has to kill people to live. Your need to kill others is the same as your need to breathe. She said killing others was fun. She proudly said that to me. No, that's wrong. I cannot accept that. If I accept that, I could never live as myself again. I'm different. I'm different from you, Yumizuka. There's no power in my denial. My whole vision wavers. Here, if I stay here any longer, I'll go crazy. I have to go back. Back to my world. I need to hurry back to the normal life of Tonoshiki, or else I'll be engulfed by this poison. Trying to stifle the sharp pain in my head, I start to walk away. Oh, yikes. Oh, God. Yumizuka dying in Akiya route was just super sad. This was like, you don't even get to like relish in the feeling of sadness or like the way she gets to say goodbye or that those seconds they get to embrace each other. None of that here. I mean, they did kind of embrace and that like made her happy in the same fucked up way, but it was just over like that. Just like Shiki just like he went full just inverted, like he's like, oh, kill this blood inside me, kill you. Like he even said how his mind separated from his body. It was just carrying out what it did, and we know why. Yikes. And now Shiki once again has to grapple with this fucking thing of like, am I a killer? Like, no, I'm not like you, but feeling like there's no power in the denial right now. And I guess in this route, Hisui has to be the one to keep him grounded. But that hasn't happened yet. Unlike with Akiya, like, it happens, like, right here. Though maybe it does with Hisui here. We'll see. We're also badly hurt, so Akiya's probably gonna end up healing us anyway. But, yeah, dude. Fuck's sake. The door opens with a creak. Also, CL's probably gonna be MVP in this route again. With a heavy body and dulled mind, I make it back to the mansion. My footsteps drag behind me. The moonlight illuminates my figure, making it look like an exhausted ghost. My left arm hurts where Yumizuka wounded me. The bleeding has stopped, and the gradual lessening of the pain tells me it couldn't have been too deep. I reach the stairs. I don't even care about treating my wounds. Right now, I just want to stumble back to my room and sleep like a rock. Whew. Cradle Garden. I wake from a long sleep. The sunshine from the window looks closer to midday than morning. It must be because of how late I got back last night. It seems I've overslept. Dragging myself up from bed, I look down at my hand. The sensation of how I stabbed Yumizuka remains. 2 nights ago, when I met Yumizuka and saw that hideous dream. If only yesterday was just a dream. But wishing it won't make it so. I have no clue why or how Yumizuka became a vampire, and I couldn't do anything to help her. No. Once Yumizuka had become like that, there was probably no way for anyone to help her. He was already dead. All I did was return that corpse somehow moving about as if it were a living thing back to being a dead body. That's the only way I can think of it. But still,
Please excuse me, Shiki-sama.
with that voice I have become accustomed to, Hisui enters the room.
Good morning, Shiki-sama. How are you feeling today?
I slept well, so I don't feel bad at all.
Is that so? Hearing that makes me feel very relieved.
Even though she says that, I don't see her even relax her shoulders or give any other indication of it. But I feel relieved as well. Because of what happened last night, the long night is over. Because I don't have to enter that unnatural world any longer, my heart can relax. Thanks, Hisui. You've always come to check on me from early in the morning, right? Your concern means a lot to me.
Not at all. It is my duty to be concerned with your welfare.
Oh. There's a hint of happiness in Hisui's expression. Moreover, I feel like I've been somewhat rescued. There you go. There it is. While I've been sleeping in bed like this, Hisui came as always to wake me up. With just that trivial thing, I honestly feel like I have returned to my normal life.
Shiki-sama, this is somewhat difficult for me to say, but can I?
Difficult to say. If it's about me sleeping until noon, I really can't do anything but apologize.
No, that is not what I meant, but it is perhaps related to when you went to sleep.
Hisui fidgets with her fingers, as she struggles to come up with the right words. I'm over here, like, subconsciously thinking about the doop, 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 that anime thing.
I did not say anything, but Akiya-sama found out about last night.
About last night? What?
I mean when you left late last night, Shiki-sama.
Oh, I unconsciously turned my eyes away from her. I thought I'd managed to slip away undetected, but I should have known Hisui would still find out.
Shiki-sama, your return late at night has gained the attention of Akiya-sama, so I believe you will be asked to explain yourself sooner or later. She is in the sitting room and may be angry, so please be prepared.
Let's go through this again for the 20th time. I see. Oh well, I can't complain since it was me that went out past curfew.
About that, will it be occurring again? I cannot stop you, but if you continue doing such things, I must tell Akiya-sama.
No, nothing like last night will happen again. Everything has ended last night. There won't be any phone calls anymore. Yes, it really has ended. With these words, it truly is over. Yumizuka Satsuki is no more. The vampire skulking the streets has vanished. I, with my own hands, sent away a classmate who said she liked me for all eternity. Oh boy, Hisui looks at me with a painful expression on her face. Jeez, if Hisui is making that sort of face, then I must look terrible right now. Well, I should get up sooner or later. Hisui, is Akiya still here? She's an awfully busy person, so does she have a routine on her day off?
Yes, she does have plans during her day off, but today she is still in the mansion.
She has plans, but she's still here? Because of you. I don't quite get it, but, well, I'll go and get changed, so please head to the sitting room before me.
Yes. Well then, please excuse me.
As usual, Hisui walks away without a sound. But I forgot something really important. Hisui.
Yes? What is it, Shiki-sama?
Yeah, I forgot to say something. Thanks for coming to wake me up. It's a little late, but good morning, Hisui.
Yes. Please have a nice day, Shiki-sama.
You too. Well then, I should hurry up and change and head to the sitting room.
In the sitting room, Akiya is on the sofa, Kohaku-san is keeping her company, and Hisui is standing by the wall. Good morning, Shiki-san. Morning, Kohaku-san. Sorry to be a bother, but could you fix me something to eat? I'm a little hungry from all that sleeping. Yes, right away. I will get it ready, so please wait a little bit. Kohaku-san quickly patters away towards the dining room. That leaves Akiya and Hisui, who is standing wordlessly like a statue. Yo, Akiya. Good morning. Real casual. Akiya just looks at me with a dissatisfied look on her face and doesn't return my greeting. Like Hisui warned me, she seems angry about last night. Telling me in the morning that leaving late at night is forbidden only to find me leaving late at night. It's only natural for her to be angry. Akiya, last night was... Nissan, sleeping in this late, just what were you thinking? Well, sorry? Geez, I'm not mad about that. It's your day off and you've chosen to sleep in until now. It's your laziness that angers me. With a humph, Akiya angrily turns her face away. Well, it may just be my imagination, but peevishly is a better word than angrily. Well, I couldn't help it. I got in late last night and my body was just tired. It's entirely your fault. Staying out until way past midnight, just what kind of lifestyle did you have when you lived with the Arimas, Nissan? I had a strict curfew there too. I wasn't allowed to leave at night and... Oh, so that's it. At the Arimas house you follow the rules, but you come here and break them? In other words, you won't even follow my simplest request? In that case, I may have to resort to corporal punishment. The fury of her intent also flows through her eyes. How do I say this? She has to be joking, only she doesn't sound like she is kidding. And it's pretty frightening. Corporal punishment, Akiya? You're starting to frighten me. That was just an example. Staying up real late like that, and just sleeping until you feel like getting up? Of course I should be very strict. Akiya gives an audible groan. I hate to admit it, but she is right. Besides, Nissan, shouldn't you let Hisui wake you up in the morning? It is a good thing today is Sunday, but you always lays around in bed too long, Nissan. Akiya? Maybe it's not my place to say, but it's not like I'm sleeping in because I want to. What? So how come you always sleep in until the last minute every morning? You don't know how I feel when I wait for you until the last minute and... Akiya-sama. Ah. Where did the dire, threatening atmosphere go? All of a sudden, Akiya descends into silence. Hey, Akiya. I said so before, but waking up past 7 o'clock in the morning isn't intentional. Even I would like to get up earlier, but my body doesn't listen to what I tell it. She like instantly stopped for Hisui. Huh. If you want to help me wake up earlier, please buy me a really powerful alarm clock. The most degenerate you can find. I'm sure that'd get me up. Nissan? This may be a stupid question, but did you ever tell Hisui what time you wanted her to wake you up? Oh, I remember this conversation. Ah, that's right. I forgot such a simple thing as that. Oh yeah. Hisui comes every morning to wake me, so it's alright for her to do that. So Hisui, could you please wake me up at 6:30 each morning? It would really help me out. I swing around to face Hisui. He stares right back at me. I refuse. Eh? Forgive me, but I refuse to wake you up, Shiki-sama. Well, I don't know what to say. The shock put my brain on hold. Looking at the situation, Akiya is also gaping at Hisui in surprise. Hisui, why can't you wake up Nissan? I am unable to undertake things I cannot do. I do not think I am able to wake up Shiki-sama with my own power. Unable? Why not? I unthinkingly enter their conversation. Hisui continues staring at me. These past 3 days, all my efforts were fruitless. Shiki-sama, do you remember how many times I called your name this morning? No, I don't remember. I woke up from your voice? Thought I woke up by myself. That means there's no memory of me even calling out. Akiya-sama, that is the situation. Oh, I see. Akiya says and looks over at me teasingly.
How do I say this? It would seem my standing here has just been lowered quite a bit.
In short, you have tried repeatedly to wake up Nissan, but there isn't even the slightest reaction on his part. That's how it is, Hisui?
Hisui nods silently. Good on her for speaking up. I nod silently as well. I see. The truth is, Hisui has already been trying to wake me up early in the morning. I don't know what to say it myself, but I must be really good at sleeping in.
Nissan, why are you looking so proud of yourself?
Nothing. I was just surprised by how daunting it is to wake me.
I understand. Hisui, just like before, please try and wake up Nissan as much as you can.
Hisui nods in assent. Seems like the conversation is finished. In the end, it may be just me waking up whenever I feel like it again.
Hey, by the way, Hisui?
Yes, what is it?
Does Nissan really not wake up? Even if you call his name, he doesn't respond?
Yes.
Shiki-sama's sleep is very quiet and he sleeps like a statue.
Like a statue? What?
Oh, Nissan has a great sleeping posture, huh? No, that is not it. How do I say it? Shiki-sama is like a completely different person when he sleeps. I've never seen such a peaceful sleeping face, so when I first saw him, I thought that he had passed away.
Gosh. The deepest blush.
So it is not quite that he is hard to awaken, but that it seems very rude to do so, so I cannot help but be very gentle. Once Shiki-sama is about to wake up by himself, warmth returns to his white face, and I know he will wake up soon, but...
Looking down, Hisui talks about how I look when I sleep. I can't help but feel embarrassed. Come to think of it, a sleeping person is completely defenseless, and after listening to that explanation, I flush as red as if she said she saw me naked. Hisui descends into silence, and Akiya is obviously trying not to look in my direction. The air has become a little heavy.
Thanks for waiting. Shiki-san, breakfast is ready.
A bright voice saves the situation.
Thanks. Well, I'll eat up. Yes, please take your time eating.
Turning my back to Koaku-san's smile, I head to the dining room alone. Alright. We're gonna call it there. Gosh, this was wild. Oh, I need a good stretch. If you've been sitting or laying down watching this for a while, just take a moment to stretch. Your arms, your legs, take a walk around, drink some water. Please, drink some water. But yes, man, I liked how things played out this time. They were a lot more... It was a lot more quick and brutal. That Shigi's blood just kicked in so hard was insane. The fact that he didn't even see Arc this time and trigger that initially almost makes me think that because he didn't see Arc, he got that really strong instinct seeing Yumizuka. Because he didn't get it with Arc, he got it with her. And because like he couldn't like pull away or she didn't leave, it just happened. So yeah, I don't... Man, that was awful. So that's where we're at now. But you know, and while Hisui, we're not like that close with her. I guess the routine of her coming to check and just being, you know, a little bit warmer to Shiki. Just the normalcy of what they do, I guess, brought him back to feeling a little bit better about returning to a normal life. So I guess that's how they handle it in this route. Of course, it's still like fucking him up, and we'll see how that plays into later on when Roashiki shows up, maybe at some point, who's probably not going to be as personally motivated this time due to our lack of focus on Akiya, but that might still be the case. He might just be more personally focused in the far side route, so I'm not sure. I'd imagine it would be due to Akiya like before, but if the near side routes are any indication, there are certain things that repeat that are constants. So that could be one, but either way, we'll see. Even his motivation is mostly Akiya, I doubt it, but that's it. I can't wait to see how things differ, so. Can't wait to get closer with Hisui to eventually be able to hand her the ribbon and have a real talk with her about things and how she really feels and get her to open up more and more, and yeah. But this was good. I like seeing the little differences so far, but I know there's plenty more to see. Thank you for watching so much. If you want early access to more Tsukihime, I'm a couple parts ahead on Patreon. So if you want to see those right now, check my link in the description, patreon.com/YOROKOBE. For $5, you get early access to this series and everything else I do. I post a schedule at the beginning of every week that you can check for free on my page, of course, if you're curious how far ahead I am. But yeah, that's all if you want to support the channel, but more than anything, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.